Hi, Dr. Matthew Weiner. I'm a bariatric surgeon or weight loss surgeon and overall weight loss expert, and I'm here to talk to you about a new project of mine called CaloRatio, which is a different way of counting calories. The way we've always counted calories over the last 100 years or more is to try to determine how many calories we burn every day and then to eat less than that to drive weight loss. But in fact, it's not nearly that simple. Our bodies are not simple machines that always burn the same amount of energy. And in fact, our brain and our intestine work together to try to keep this balance even. Our body does not want us to starve to death. And so when we restrict calorie intake, we shift toward starvation on what I refer to as our metabolic thermostat. And when you start out, even at an elevated weight, if you're a woman who wants to be 120 or 130 pounds and you weigh 200 pounds, when you lose that weight, even 10 or 20 pounds of weight loss, your body doesn't understand that 200 pounds is too high. Instead, it thinks that a famine is coming, that an artificial change in your environment is triggering an event that it does not want to happen. And so it works to protect itself, and it will increase your hunger and decrease your metabolism. So you start to get hungrier as you lose weight, and your metabolism slows down. So initially you might be losing weight quickly as you restrict your calorie intake, but over time your metabolism will start to slow down and match your decreased intake, and you'll plateau. So I want to talk to you about a different way of counting calories and a different way of trying to drive weight loss. Because you can't starve the weight off, because your body will ultimately rebel against it. We have to coax it. We have to eat the weight off. And the way you eat the weight off is not focusing on the quantity of calories that you take in, but in fact focusing on the quality of calories. And what I think that fruit, vegetables, nuts, seeds, beans, and some or small amount of lean protein represent healthy, good calories that will help you lose weight. Refined foods, breads, artificial sweeteners, sugar, and the myriad of chemicals that they add to processed foods today cause your weight to go up. And so what we want to do is eat a lot of the foods that lower your weight and very few of the foods that raise your weight. And if we eat, say, 50% good calories and 50% bad calories, our set point may be at a certain level. And then if we can improve the quality of our diet by adding vegetables, adding fruit, eating more nuts, eating less of the processed food, we may be able to drop our weight down to a lower level. And as you go from, say, 50% good calories to 70% good calories to 80 and even 95% good calories, we will see that point that our brain works to defend lower down and allow you to maintain your weight without being hungry and without needing to resort to starvation tactics. So what we really need is a better way to measure the quality of your diet. And there's so many things out there. There's the gluten-free movement, sugar-free, fat-free, organic, you name it. There's a health claim that tries to guide us toward eating a healthier diet or figuring out how to measure the quality better. But in fact, these have been hijacked by the food industry and really just represent marketing claims rather than actually being something that we can rely on to help us determine if this is a quality calorie or not. So what I'd like to introduce to you is a simple app available for the iPhone and Android devices where you can log your food and it'll measure the number of calories you're taking from healthy foods like fruits, vegetables, nuts, seeds, and beans. And it'll also track the number of calories that you're taking in from heavily processed foods and help determine what your baseline is in terms of the number of good calories to the bad calories and help guide you toward eating a healthier diet. So if you're interested, check us out in the App Store. It's CaloRatio, CaloRatio. Thanks.